Hello people, it's Power here with opening the Devil Trigger. I don't know the title because I wanted to go with Reiwa Discrimination, but I think it's gonna be we're gonna go with liveLive Reiwa Discrimination. Obviously, we only have one Revice thing to cover because I still cannot get my hands on Toy Stars. So luckily we can actually cover gift card Rex. But obviously we got these things to cover. The Ride Watch Corsair sets, which finally have their US release, and PowerRider Key Set 03 that didn't have a US release. So obviously this is the last retail item out of Revice entirely. Thank gosh there's actual suit pictures on here. That's the first. This is the first. This is seriously the first box in a while to actually have the final form suit on the box. That's amazing. I want to say the last one is Build. 001 I have to obviously excuse. They're in a pandemic. But then the RTF had actual pictures of 02. Huh. You gotta be kidding me. Is this seriously how it's packed? I thought they were combined already. I'm gonna have to look on that, but at least they come with the tabs, so that's good. That's kind of suspicious. Obviously, what the? They still have this thing. Obviously, Evil ET. Evil ET live debuted. I think he's a fine suit. I think for what they did with it's fine. I generally don't have issues with it, but I am kind of just thinking well, what if I guess it's not more of complaints, but just well, what if they just went with it in this way and such? What if it was just a repaint of Live or something? Honestly, I think what I definitely would have liked out of the suit is just more evil incorporated in the design, because it's obviously just mostly Live. I think the undersuit's supposed to represent evil, but they both share the same undersuit. This one does not have a QR code. Why? So does this one have a button? No. How do you slot this? Okay, that doesn't even click at all. Alright. This is impressive, definitely. Nope, that's not it. So, yeah, you gotta interlock the two in a weird way, because obviously you gotta... Oh, whoops, I did not click this back piece in, but... This is not as big as I was anticipating. Oh, shoot. It's not bad. It's... Obviously, this is not to the extent of 02 or Cross Saber, but I'm at least just happy Vice actually got another power up. That because I don't know if we can really consider Jack Revice, like specifically Vice. So yeah, there's a light sensor right here. I don't know what this is for exactly, but oh yeah, these are the button activation. This is kind of weird. I get it because Vice is. No, you're supposed to hold it from here. But like, I don't know. This one feels weird. Like holding it from here, but apparently these actually do have specific names. This is like side N. This is side S. I think that's kind of like, if I had to say, the only disappointing thing, or one of the more disappointing things with this set, are the phrases. Just because I feel like there's not. I feel like. I think I would have at least liked 2 more. Oh. So this one doesn't make sounds, but this one does. When you combine the two, this is how they're supposed to be. And the thing is that they're not even timed together, so it's like. And plus with Vice's phrases, they're literally just the phrase you get after transforming with this one, just separated. I really find it interesting that they, I guess like the cool thing with this one was, at least, is that they did a entire different shape for the Magnadoodle, which is cool because it just shows that like, they don't need to stay with the same like shape of the Magnadoodle. I'm surprised they didn't do it. They took them this long to do it, but it makes sense as the final form. Whoops. Thank gosh this isn't the camera, because then I would have like freaked out. yeah, there's that. I really do like how this works with the overall design of the Revice driver, just like Bard Rex. And again, it's nice to have an instrumental finishing standby after the normal Vice does. Yep, you can't remix with this because you have to do it with this. That definitely feels awkward. I think they actually did do that one. There's the Vice version of the transformation. And again, like, while I do like how I kind of prefer how Vice's looks overall. It just fills out a lot more. And obviously it's just a lot more unique. It's just like, why did they do this? Like, they honestly should have just stuck with just doing a shortened version of the transformation. Like, I'll get through it after we go through the sounds. Is that a bird? See, is it when you press this in or what? Well, this one. Did I ever keep... See, like, so I assume, oh, okay, so, yeah, they both do press button. So that's kind of smart how that works, and it, again, it's, the way they incorporate the sensor here is that they actually made it so pressing this thing in sends a signal up here, which is pretty neat. And obviously, you can do weird things like this. Which is funny. Come on. I think I didn't even realize this until Formula pointed out just earlier today. But honestly, I feel like look, I get the whole point that they want you to do. Like, I get they want you to, like, you know, replicate the transformation and make it so, like, you and another person, I forget how, I always forget how this is supposed to go. But they want you and another person to transform simultaneously. I get that. I feel like you shouldn't be restricted to that, though. I feel like what has there, like, been a Ryder toy? I know there's, like, at least been another Ryder toy that tried doing this, but, like, of just, like, you know, wanting you to, like, simultaneously use, you know, 2 pairs of one item within the same item. But, like, I feel like I think the issue is that, like, they should have gone a better direction with it, because I think, for example, like, they should have split off the transformation between these two Vice stamps individually, so that, because I think where they're going with Vice is fine, but then they should have given the parts that Vice doesn't have to Revice. So then you can have that, like, surround sound effect when you do have those two together. But at the same time, there should have been a mode. Maybe when, like, you press this down, you know, when, like, you press that down, when you're in the, like, I guess, henshin mode, you should have given a version where both of these just do this transformation simultaneously. Or, like, where they should have just given you, you know, what Revice has. Because I feel like, I can't blame what they were wanting to do with Vice this side. But I feel like they should have done that with Revice. But, like, with Revice, his transformation should have also been with the Vice. So it's just kind of that, It's like, they're almost there, but not really. I thought this would have been easier to, like, put together. It's not. Also, like, you know, it's just cool that they were able to make a endless dinosaur. Even though technically I think they want you, for the most part, to use this orientation of the T-Rex. But, like, you know, this thing's cool. This is, like, a really interesting size, and it's not gonna... It's really not gonna fall apart. So, again, my 2-side driver is dying, but let's try. This part. And this one, these wings. So I think most likely this will actually work like this. Shoot. Yeah, so that might be the easiest way for this one. Vice. Yeah, Vice is troublesome. Man, yeah, Vice is really troublesome, because basically I think what I'm going to have to do with Vice is that I'm going to have to remove the sides just to make that work. But like, Revice will work. Revice will work from just this point. Just gotta align it. Because obviously, like Revice could have fit if it wasn't for this. Did I lose a tip? I lost Vices. I promise I'll get the proper names of these Vice stamps because I genuinely think it's weird that like the toys, I guess, jeez, the blade almost swung at me, but I do find it weird that this thing itself doesn't give these individual names. I don't believe so. 20% woohoo. But basically, you know, it's... Well, I mean, like... Yeah, so they literally... This is what they consider the official name. Gifford Rex Ultimate Revice and Gifford Rex Ultimate Vice. Like, that's not anything specific. So... I think the official name is like Gifford Rex Side N and then Gifford Rex Side S. I'm pretty sure that's the official naming scheme. Obviously, I would like to like be able to do both transmissions at the same time. Obviously, I don't have another Revice driver. I think it's really obvious the Chimera driver is just another Revice driver without the stamping. So, obviously, whenever that gets released, that's when we can technically do this transformation properly. But other than that, while it's not, you know, as, I guess, extravagantic, what's the word? While it's not as, like, extreme of, like, a change of, like, play pattern as, like, you know, 02 or the Cross Saber, I at least do appreciate that it's at least something new, because you get 2 DX Vice stamps with equality. They're like, they both have the same amount of sounds, they both have the same amount of functionality. Like, it's not like, you know, the like 1000 driver where obviously only Caucasus was the actual functioning progress key, while this thing was just a hunk of plastic, a good hunk of plastic. But it's no, like, you get a deal worth of money out of this. You get 2 Vice stamps, which is cool. And again, Vice gets another power up. So I guess we'll just sit there because now we gotta take care of one of these things, because I personally don't know which one I'm gonna open. I think I'm actually gonna deal with ProRes Key Set 03 first. This one did get released first, I believe. Or I would just rather prefer going backwards with series. But yeah, this one was the weirdest out of the, hey look, we're finally releasing things we never released before, because this was obviously, this is obviously just, well, people were probably complaining to us that we never put these out in DX form, so here it is. Yeah, this is a really weighty set. But, wow. But yeah, I don't like, you know, they at least stayed consistent and put this in like a brown box because, you know, the first set was in that. But yeah, Progress Key Set 03. The name's not consistent because the other two weren't called Progress Key Set 01 or 02. So, and also the box isn't consistent because obviously they, like, I get it. These are three keys, so they can't do that. But, yeah, this is basically just a set comprised of the magazine pack-in keys. Finally, in a DX format and color corrected. And I really do generally like how the title was actually in the colors of each three respectively. I think all of this is concept art because this definitely is not the suit. Because Dynamite Lion's the only one that's a suit, or the Raider. All DX Progress keys are in your hands. No, they're not. We're missing a bunch of Legend Riders. So I'm just looking through. They don't have any of the Visa next stuff. But yeah, so this is obviously what was supposed to be the last 01 release, but obviously the presidents happened. Or the smart brain. I was going to say it's already open, but obviously the smart brain special happened. So obviously I do have that set, the US release. This is a really thick box. I don't remember the boxes being this thick, but I can't even pull this out. Like, I literally have to like shoot the review for this one pretty soon. Because obviously I changed up the order for... Jeez, what the heck? I changed up the order because I think it'll just make sense to cover this set after this set. And then cover this one. Jeez, I messed that up badly. But... well, they're at least not taped to the box. So yeah, Kangaroo is the one that's fully promoted. This is like... This is just essentially... Okay, so they only show Kangaroo. But this set was just kind of like... Alright, cool that it happened. But it was definitely like, you know, one of the lesser... Shoot, I popped the... Gosh darn it. I popped the... bubble wrap. What? You're kidding me. They gave these things new numbers. No. Oh no. Why? Oh. Wow, guys. What was this one? 044? And these ones are 045, 046, and 047. What the heck? Why don't you give these new numbers? Great. But yeah, like this set was kind of like... It wasn't like a big... This set is not like, you know, the Spectre Cross Blade set or the Corsair sets. Because obviously, this set was just comprised of keys that have already been released. Just now in the DX format. I'm damaging this box. Let me get the other three. So my niece just came by against her own will, and I thought, like, you know, she's extremely moody. So I was like, you know what, I'll just give her gift card directs or gift card directs. But, you know, that didn't help her moodiness. So yeah, here are the previous three. I had to get a charger for my phone too, just so that didn't die. So basically, definitely for sure, Kangaroo's like the closest one to its Telvikun counterpart, because it wasn't that different. The shade is on this one is definitely a bit deeper, I would say. But like, what are you? Excuse me. Like, again, this one's 021. This one is 045. Which, that doesn't make sense, because with Buffalo and Whale, they kept their original, Buffalo, Whale, and Penguin, they kept their original numbers. But these three are considered new, which is funny. Obviously, this one isn't as clear. Or this one, you know, this one isn't as clear, because obviously this one you can see the Ryder model. Yeah, so it looks like this one they went with the route of dimming the cover, or the inside.
Pocket! Kangaroo's ability. Pocket! Kangaroo's ability.
They definitely upped the sound quality, because I don't even think Zaya has that.
Military horn. Army horn. President's horn.
Yeah, so they upped the audio quality, definitely, because this one sounds pretty clear. And obviously,
Pocket! Pocket! Kangaroo's ability. Kangaroo's ability.
so there we have that. Sorry about that. And then, man, Spider. I don't get why it doesn't want to focus. Yeah, Spider, they changed the shade of purple. Definitely. Which is pretty interesting. Again, this one is, gosh, this one is 024, this one is 046. And the cover, wow, this is the tightest cover we've gotten. Cool. We need more tight covers.
Spider's ability. Spider's ability. Spider's ability. Spider's ability.
And like obviously, like I'm saying that these ones are more pristine is because these ones, the pack-ins were typically in the same sound quality as DX ones. And then one that should have gotten one but then just never did Lion. This one was a more reasonable, like, this one was a more reasonable, like, fix. Because this one was always just wrong. It was like, it's like salt in the wound. It's like, okay, so you're forcing this one to be a pack-in, but you're also not coloring it correctly. Like, what the heck? Again, this one is 047, while this one was 023. So they're both technically considered within... That's the frustrating thing. These things are both considered, like, an entry, while they should be... This one should be overriding this one. These are the tightest covers I've gotten. That's amazing.
Blast! Lion's ability. Blast! Lion's ability.
I'll say sound comparison.
Blast! Blast! Lion's ability. Lion's ability.
So yeah, there we have that. And I actually need to keep these next to me, so just put those there for the review. And then I want to personally only just look at them in their respective devices, but I technically can't do that because they all have individual sounds within here.
Pocket! Pocket! Authorize. Rise. The fourth dimensional space. Hopping kangaroo.
That pouch contains infinite possibilities.
And obviously, now you can actually do this.
Hopping impact.
I was going to say something.
Authorize. Shut rise. Jumping spider.
No one can escape its web.
Trapping blast.
I don't even think that's the same as, like, double. I can't compare because it's in the den, but... Charger.
Blast. Late rise. Dynamiting lion.
A beautiful explosive force like fireworks.
Dynamiting glide.
They all added that G-Con Zax sound for some reason. Obviously, I'll just do these ones.
Authorize.
Focus.
Stroke rise. Impossible to escape. Jumping spider.
No one can escape its web.
Kind of nice to hear that in pristine quality.
Blast. Authorize. Stroke rise. Fierce pumping animal. Dynamiting lion.
A beautiful explosive force like fireworks.
Obviously, we gotta do this one.
Shotgun rise. Stroke rise key confirmed. Ready to utilize. Spider's ability. Trapping cabin shot. Charge right.
Yeah, other than that, like, this is, like, obviously a neat set, just because, you know, like, basically, like, this is definitely, like, you know, not necessary, but I mean, like, you know, we finally, like, obviously, like, if you're content with these ones, then, you know, you don't need to spend another 80. But at the same time, though, like, it is nice to finally get correctly colored spider and lion keys, and obviously ones that can actually work with everything. And I do genuinely still like the fact that they still kept the tradition of these sets being, you know, specifically for the Raiders. Like, they didn't need to do that, but, you know. Oops.
Pocket. Open. Blast.
Let's just use this.
Authorize.
So they still kept that through. Also, again, it's just nice, you know, that you're not forced into needing to get a double or Kuga to have a DX equivalent to these keys, because I still found that to be ridiculous.
Blast! Dynamiting! Blast!
I don't remember if that was the second announcement or the first one from the show.
Authorize.
But yeah, you know, Progress keys are still here to this day. The Arc Thouser one is just horrendous. Like, that one is just such a lazy recolor, but the sounds are pretty neat, at least. So we're just gonna open all these at the same time, because obviously this is technically going to be, I guess, the big, you know, I don't know anymore. Obviously these ones obviously were more in demand than the Progress keys, because of the fact this is really deep, but just because of the fact these are actually consistent with the final forms. Why couldn't the Corsair set be like this? But I really would like more ride watches, but I think it's really clear this is the last set. Again, they just need to put out the shower riders. It's not that hard, guys. Where are the instructions? Why are they? So this one's in chronological order. Because I get it. They just they put it in as how it's displayed on the box. But I don't think it will be that hard to, like, you know, just do more of these. Again, it's just like, if you're doing Ranger keys, why can't you just keep doing ride watches? Especially again, it was the 50th anniversary. They should have went all out. But they didn't. Like, yes, like, we at least got this set, but like, it would have been cool to at least get another pair. Wow, they actually changed the shape of this thing. I always found these boxes to be interesting. I don't even remember if the Ultimate forms like this. I mean, at least these kept consistency. Alright, 9 ride watches to open through. So we'll just change that order. So RX. This is a really neat color scheme for sure. Alright, so this is gonna be a lot to be going through. We got PowerRider. So this is interesting. So these are obviously 070, but then there's like /1/2. I really like the color scheme for this one. It definitely feels like what Kaixa would have been. They still kept the form consistency description, and there's that. I really like that he still has a, you know, for that specific sound, they had the way it was edited in the movie, so that's neat. And here's PowerRider. Again, like, PowerRider is always just my favorite out of the three. 070-/3. I really do like this. Was that the activation sound in the movie? I don't think so. But oops, I activated this. Alright, so alright, so it's where is this coming from? Here, go in there. Come on. Oh, it turned itself off. My Jiku driver is dying if you couldn't tell, because the pink is becoming red. And you can barely see the arrow. There, finally, we get that screen. Yeah, apparently since the Saber set, people have been noting that the ride watches are a lot more brighter than what they used to be, which I could kind of see. I don't know if it's just my eyes deceiving me or whatnot. Might as well prepare that for later. So here we got Shin. Just making sure his plastic doesn't fall. This is definitely the most interesting cover we've gotten. 071. Zeto. Again, like, all of these ride watches look pretty neat. I really do like these color schemes. 072. Alright, yeah, they're definitely the same base. But, I mean, I guess it makes sense. .073. So obviously this one, because this says actually full of individual riders, we will actually get new screens. And then again, like, these sounds for these three are just nice additions, especially because of the fact, basically it's kind of like, hey, we're sorry these got released late, so we will just include these sounds. I really did not get what he was saying. I heard hive by. It's really nice to get more main riders. First of all, it's nice to actually get green, because obviously I'm tired of red. And it's also just nice to see screens that actually scroll through completely. I know Zeto's not the first one to do that, I'm pretty sure. Come on. You're so close, Jay. Obviously, for as good as this set is to actually give us 3 new watches completely, it is kind of disappointing they use the same jingle, but it's like, you can't really blame them because, like, I mean, each 3 of them have different musical styles that they could have taken advantage of. But I get it. So, finally, after 3 years? Yeah. Come on, don't fall on me. So here's Alpha, so 078. So yeah, there's definitely a gap between J and oh yeah, I forgot. Omega was after. Fix that first of all. Skip this one and go to this. Gosh darn it. So, I would say Neo is actually unique. 080. I really do like this shade of blue. And the silver I think is the same as PowerRider, but he still has the Amazon's Ryder symbol, but obviously is given a different date because obviously season 2 is a year after. Cool. For the heck of it, we'll go over this one again. I don't remember what unboxing it was Icon Dissection 3. Like, I guess we'll use these two to compare LEDs. But, you know. Yeah, you can tell. This one's definitely a lot brighter than this one, but, you know. We always have all 3, even if they're not consistent. It's kind of weird that the Amazon riders were like the only ride watches to not ever get utilized within Overcorser. I still would have liked it they showed up in the movie, but they at least showed up in the stage show. What am I doing? just realized this is the only set where we actually get different colors. Yeah, Neo's is the weirdest. Definitely. Because his is directly literally just the beginning of the transformation. And then it transitions to the jingle. Imagine if we got a new Omega. See, if Omega was actually released, then we would have gotten like at least a green ride watch per set. But yeah, again, it's cool that we finally did get the Amazon Riders after 3 years, and basically. With the Amazon Riders, it is kind of a mystery as to what their jingle is essentially based off of. But I think after... I'm kind of assuming maybe they're basing it off of Amazon himself. The never released Amazon Ride Watch. Because there's kind of really no other way to like explain it. Because, like, who else could it be? Like, yeah, they could have just made a new specific jingle for Amazon's, but then why don't they use it? So this one is pretty interesting, because, again, it makes sense with these riders. But, yeah, we got the blank watch, because they already released Omega. So 096, and it has the same exact cover as the another watches, so that's pretty interesting. Imagine if they did a blank mirrored watch. So there's the Geo watch creation. And then the Tsukiyomi ride watch. Like, this ride watch is impressive for definitely, because it's the first ride watch to have more than one LED. Like, that's impressive for a ride watch, because all of these have only had one LED. Now the remaining of these are obviously just purple. And that's all it, because if we press that again, we only cycle back to Kuya. So no post essentially only purely phase, no, only Heisei riders, no extra another riders. So no Ryuga, no Shinobi, Quiz, Kikai, nor 01, Ichigo, or DN. I kind of wish they went to, like, because if they went to the extent of adding these ones, or the sounds for these three, it would have been nice if we got more. But honestly, just the fact they added all 20 of these is pretty neat. Honestly, like, personally, they didn't even need to, like, add the another rider sounds here in the first place, because, you know, it's technically very niche, because obviously these sounds are here because obviously, like, that's, they activate this and then shove in the person's chest. So it's just kind of like interesting that they bother to add all of this, because, you know, and also I guess if you don't have the like 5 another rider sets, well, I guess besides set 5, because I guess you would need that one, if you don't have the first 4, then this is a pretty like nice alternative. But honestly, I think the highlight for this, because like, I think the highlight for this one is definitely just the ride watch creation sound, and obviously Tsukiyomi. It would have been neat if they had more of these ones, like more of the like ride watch creation sounds, but you know, Gio and Tsukiyomi, they're important. I get it. Like, honestly, those could have been the only 2 sounds they would have included, but they really went out of their way with this, so that's really cool. This one couldn't even wait. But again, we finally get a new screen, and they found a good way of using the nothing screen. I have to give them props for that. Let's just use this in here. It's cool that we finally got nothing. Because I think, yeah, because this one actually comes after the Corsair Riders. Because I forgot what the other one was. I know there's Millennium, and like, it's just cool we finally got to utilize one of these. Like, that's just the best part of Geo. It's just like, all these years, we're still like, you know, obviously these ones make, like, obviously ride watches make their own sounds, but we're still getting new, like, new pins for the Geo driver, which is really cool. But at the same time, like, I get it, they can't do this all in 1 year, but like, you know, like, they need to keep this momentum going. Give us just, Honestly, again, with Bandai, I will stop nagging on you once you release all the show riders. Like, I don't get what your deal about that is. Obviously, obviously these are going to be the same. I guess I killed this. Alright. Obviously, the shower riders weren't programmed into this, which is kind of disappointing, but I get it. Well, I mean, like, if he did this would definitely give him new Omega. And then we got one last thing to cover. Obviously, these are forms, so. This one, I assume. That's neat. That's actually cool. But, yeah, so let me just haul all this over. Not haul, but just. This all away and such, because finally we completed so much things as of now, obviously except for 01, but with ride watches, obviously this is kind of practically it for now. Jeez. So those are not the right ones. Those are the gift card Rex. Let's just move these to the side. Too far. But yeah, you know, this is like obviously not really a Revice opening, but it was more just like, you know, I was going to get these two things anyway, but then I ended up being able to get that. So this just ended up becoming another opening the Devil Trigger. But again, this is coming out in September for sure. So obviously see that thing in 2023. This thing should already be covered. These things November. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get Toys R Us because I remembered as to why I actually was gonna get that one, because that one is actually compatible with Bard Rex. I'm still not going to get Condor nor the Amazon set because those are difficult. Because I think right now I'm going to try to focus on trying to get my hands on those gear sets, the Avatar gear sets, because those things are complicated. But other than that, it's just pre-orders at this point because I'm not gonna. Well, I'm only buying into Dawn Brothers at the moment. I'm not getting Decker nor Geats. So yeah, that'll have to do with this opening. Hopefully I can actually move this out. This is Power, and I'll leave people. Bye.